FISCO, you've all read them, but the thing that alerted me right away was we stepped in because it appeared that a couple of the projects were going to have construction funding placed on them, and we stepped in to make sure that that didn't happen. But that's exactly what the game plan was. We were going to borrow Tier 1 money, and we were going to bring the projects to a state of readiness. And everybody who was an investor signed the okay, and when we get to that point, and we all said, I remember doing presentations, and people would say, well, I'm not sure how I feel. Should I be nervous about that much construction financing going on in front of the Tier 1 mortgage? And I'm saying, no, you should feel calm that a construction lender has decided that this project has the kind of merit that it has to warrant a large construction loan. Because I can assure you, there is no construction lender that I've ever dealt with, and we've dealt with dozens of them, that will loan $1 towards a construction project if the construction project doesn't warrant it and the developer can't demonstrate their ability to complete the project for the amount of money of the loan. I've said in presentations, actually it's a sense of comfort you should feel that Centurion REIT and Duca Credit Union have decided to lend us $67 million on Boathouse. That's the real test that the project is in really good shape, because if you can't get construction financing, you know, let me put it to the affirmative. If a construction lender has decided that project deserves financing, it's a good sign for the investors that it's probably a pretty good project. One of the things that we have done is our lawyers have assembled all of the documents, and they're having a meeting today with Grant Thornton and Grant Thornton's lawyers, and they're telling them that we're going before a judge on Monday to put every single one of the projects into CCAA protection. And what CCAA is it effectively stops the actions of FISCO and Grant Thornton. What CCAA also does is it permits us legally to meet with each and every one of the investors. As the developer, I am given the opportunity through you to meet with the investors on a project by project basis, and whoever the trustee might be, whether it's still Grant Thornton or whether we've been able to, to get the judge to listen and replace them. But whoever that is, we will go and make a presentation to each and every one of the investors. Now, the other thing that CCAA does is it allows us to go back to the judge and say, we have met with the majority of the investors, and we have taken a vote, and we can get rid of FISCO, we can get rid of Grant Thornton, and we can convert every single debt holder into a pref share partner. So instead of being an arm's length mortgage holder, we can convert all of the investors without having to qualify as a qualified investor or whatever the exemptions are, if it is the will of the people that they want to become. And of course, your advisor and your lawyer will have to assure everybody that their security is the same or better as a preferential shareholder. And then, before we get construction financing or do anything with the project, we then have to come back to our partners through you and say, this is the plan. And the trustee will say, or the advisor at that point, not trustee because there's no mortgage, the advisor will say to you, this makes sense, or I'm concerned about this, or I wouldn't do that, and we'll have to come up with another solution. But that's one option that we have. But what it does is it stops Grant Thornton from seizing the projects on some kind of event of some manufactured default. Like, you didn't give me this on a Friday at 4 o'clock. I went to them and I said,